Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, starting up from the top. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right. Now this lesson is going to go into prophecy, and one of the main and one of the final prophecies that we're waiting for is not only the implementation, but basically the mandate of the MOTB. All right, that mark, man. All right, because that time is soon approaching. All right, we're seeing parts of the signs pass, so we understand what time we're in now, and this is how you measure the time diligently in itself, by measuring the prophecies with current events. All right, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right, because the book of Isaiah tells you that the Most High declared the end from the beginning. All right, before anything was created, he already knew how it was going to end, how it was going to be destroyed, man. All right, or or the ending of that thing, if it was going to be a glorious ending or a dreadful one, man. And I brought that out because I'm not going to say the word, but I typed in Dorito implant. That's code. I'll just show it. I typed in Dorito implant in Google, and all these popped up. So I typed in Dorito implant up here, and April 10th, 2022. The microchip that lets you pay with your hand from BBC. This is from GovTech, a website called Government Tech. All right, chip implants, opportunities, concerns, and what could be next. Microchip implant, human. And this is the first page. This is the first results. All right, page 1. And related searches, that means basically what other people are searching for that search to a phrase similar to this one. So other people are searching for a microchip for humans, 666-2021. But let's go through a couple of the top websites. This is from the BBC, the microchip that lets you pay with your hand. This is from 2 weeks ago. A woman paying for her meal in a cafe using a contactless payment chip implanted in her hand. All right, so the things that were before this payment method was just foreshadowing and preparing you mentally and physically for this, right? Because before this was what? The debit cards with the little Wi-Fi symbol on it where you tap it and pay. You see that on a lot of terminals. You see that on a lot of gas station pumps. Before that was even the debit cards again with the actual chip on it. So you insert it and all your data is on that chip, right? So it didn't read the magnetic code in the back, even though it could, but it mostly went off the chip, right? And before that was the invention of credit cards and debit cards, the invention of digital money, right? Because ATM machines are a relatively new thing when you have when we talk about currency and money. Because paper dollar bills, coins aren't really money. That's called currency. True money is something that's actually valuable and it holds its value. True money would be things such as gold and silver, because those were the things that were used even in ancient times. They call it in modern days they call it God's money, because that was always money even from the beginning. But even lands, cattle, houses, slaves, these are all forms of money. All right. This is how Esau Edom's empire got so powerful, because they used a form of money called slavery, which they would have laborers do all the work for free, and they reap all the benefits, man, reap all the profits. Right? 'Cause if you have a company, if you own a company that has 100 employees, and each employee is getting paid $40,000 a year, that's $4 million a year, right? Yeah, that's $4 million a year that you're paying in in salaries and expenses. Now, if you have that same company and you're not paying anybody anything, you're now saving and making an extra $4 million a year. All right, and what the Esau Edom did with this is they built their infrastructure and their military using slave dollars. All right, but I'm just gonna go through a couple of these articles. Patrick Palmer causes a stir whenever he pays for something in a shop or restaurant. This is because the 37-year-old doesn't need to use a bank card or his mobile phone to pay. And that was another thing: Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, where you just swipe your phone. All right, but that's the thing. If you have these options, what's the point of putting something in your hand? How much time are you really saving? A couple of seconds. Convenience is going to be the end of Babylon, man. Actually, let me get a precept on that, because convenience is goes hand in hand with slothfulness, man. Actually, let me get that in blue letter. We're gonna go to Proverbs 12. Proverbs 12 and 24. The hand of the diligent shall bear a rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. All right, that's another thing, a major factor, and one of the greatest benefits that Esau Edom and the wicked elite have by implementing this Dorito, right, is that they're gonna have complete rulership, right? Because they'll know exactly what you're buying, how much you have, right? If you do anything that's if you step out of line, if you do say anything bad about the government, they could just disable your chip for a certain time being or fine you, right? There's no escape from financially. There's no escape. And if they have you in a financial power hold, they'll never let you go, and you'll be the ultimate slave. This is why the slothful hand shall be. I mean, the Proverbs 12:24. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. And diligent goes back into 2 Esdras 9. So it says, measure the time diligently. All right. So if you're measuring the time diligently, watching for these prophecies and paying attention to these signs, more than likely, you're gonna have rulership in the kingdom, Lord willing. All right. Let me jump back to these articles. Instead, he places his left hand near the contactless card reader, and the payment goes through. The reactions I get from the cashiers are priceless, Mr. Palman, a security guard from the Netherlands. Says Mr. Palman, a security guard from the Netherlands. Yeah, because they're shocked that you would actually do something as stupid as implant yourself with the MOTB before it was made mandatory. All right. He's able to pay using his hand because back in 2019, he had a contactless payment microchip injected under his skin. The procedure hurt as much as when somebody pinches your skin, said Mr. Palmer. All right, see, that's the propaganda right here to tell you, oh, it doesn't hurt that bad. It's not that bad. All right, but let's go to the next article. And this is from the GovTech website, Government Technology. Chip implants, opportunity, concerns, and what could be next. This is from January 16th, 2022. There were new developments in 2021 regarding microchip implants, implanting microchips into humans. So what plans were announced for 2022? And just as important, what are the privacy and security ramifications? According to Elon Musk, we're heading into a world where we can solve schizophrenia and autism. How? Through new microchips implanted in the brain, according to experts, will cure illnesses. All right, and now Elon Musk is an important figure right now because he just bought Twitter. And some people are happy, some people are sad, but ultimately, he's part of the. It's all part of the plan. He's gonna more than likely use that platform to push propaganda towards the new world order, man, towards the image of the beast. All right. According to the website for Neuralink, which is actually it says it, a brain implant company co-founded by Elon Musk. The initial goal of our technology will be to help people with paralysis to regain independence through the control of computers and mobile devices. But what happens when those computers and mobile devices get hacked, which they do all the time? Are people now going to be under control through a hacker from a foreign country? Our devices are designed to give people the ability to communicate more easily via text or speech synthesis, to follow their curiosity on the web, or to express their creativity through photography or art or writing apps. All right, but this is all part of the plan, man. This is what's happening, and this is from government websites, man. All right, and then Wikipedia microchip implant for humans. A human microchip implant is any electronic device implanted subcutaneously, subdermally, usually via an injection. Subcutaneously means under your skin. Examples include identifying integrated circuit RFID device encased in a silicate glass, which is implanted in the body of a human being. This type of subdermal implant usually contains a unique ID number that can be linked to information and contained in an external database, such as identity documents, criminal record, medical history, medications, address book, and other usage. Other usage would be bank account information and access. Because what do they say? What is the main thing they're pushing? Not only health benefits, but hey, you could pay this way. Because in case you haven't noticed, the US dollar is about to collapse. Major countries around the world are buying gold by the tons, and they're talking about creating a digital currency backed by that said gold that they're buying. And that digital currency will be implanted on that chip, man. And that's the end goal, man. 1998, the first experiments with RFID implants were carried out in 1998 by British scientist Kevin Warwick. His implant was used to open doors, switch on lights, and cause verbal output within a building. After 9 days, the implant was removed and since had been held in a science museum in London. All right, but this chip, the Dorito that comes out, is going to be no removing that, man. Once you take it, it's game over for you. Now, this is in 1998, where we're experimenting with humans implanting this, man. So how much more further have they progressed and perfected this technology? All right. This is the next one. I Am Robot. This is actually a website where you can buy these things, man. And this is NFC chip implants are Android and iOS compatible. Slovakia. Let me change this to it. So if I change to English, where it shows the US dollars instead of oh, actually no, this is English. Slovakia. Let me go back to where it said usable with Android and iOS, 10 years guarantee. America, Lord willing, don't even have 10 years. Access control, anything connected to NFC, it will have access to. And Bill Gates has a patent where he uses your body as an antenna for mining cryptocurrency. All right, all this is documented. All these people are pushing an agenda. When I say all these people, I'm talking about people like so-called Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab of the WEF, World Economic Forum. These people have an agenda, and it's to ultimately destroy Jacob, man. All right, but let me jump to Revelation 13 and chapter 16, and he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. What is it? What is it? What in the two articles it said people were implanting it in their hands, and they were talking about brain implants. All right, even though the mark could go anywhere, the chip could go anywhere. But I'm just saying it for how spiritual that it links up, man. That synchronicity, it's not something you call a coincidence. All right. Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so the only people that's going to be able to buy and sell anything are the people that's going to have this implanted in them. All right, and it says Revelations 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. See, again, it says hand. It doesn't matter if it's left or right. Right? You implant that shit, you're through it. All right. Verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Imagine that, man. Yahushua returns to earth, or Slakia, you take that chip, right when you do that, Yahushua returns. Nuclear destruction is on the horizon towards Babylon, and the elect are beamed up into the chariots, so-called UFOs, while you're there praying and crying that you're delivered too. But since you took that chip, you're going to receive the cup of indignation that's poured without mixture, and Yahushua is going to watch you burn to death, man. All right? Imagine that, man. Imagine the people, the man that the world paints as a savior. You wait your whole life for him, not in the truth, but, in Christianity and so on and so forth. And then once you see him, he's not here to save you, but to watch you die, man. According to Luke 19:27. All right, let me get that real quick. Because the Most High, and His Son are not here to play games, man. These are austere men. Luke 19 and verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. All right, because if you take that chip, you're choosing Esau, Edom, and the wicked elite to reign over you instead of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because he told you not to take this chip, and you did it anyway because Esau, Edom told you to take it. All right, that makes you an enemy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and you're gonna be put to death for that. But I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna close out now, but I'm gonna play this video at the end. So I'm gonna close out now by saying, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well, and peace of type to the elect of Israel.
But what I would tell
Until
you
next
is,
time, I want to say Shalom and Abad Babal, Salakia. I'll play this from the beginning.
because it's not a space to spend a lot of time on, but what I would tell you is, I'd be stunned if we don't evolve into robots. Stunned. I think in the next 100 years, if you show me a human being, I'm like, that's a robot. I think I personally know dozens of people that would implant into their body technology.
Yeah, I've done that already.
You have?
Yeah.
How so?
Chip.
You have a chip in your body right now?
Yeah.
And what are you tracking?
Nothing. I just use it for payments, for card exchange, things like that. They do it in Sweden. It's nothing new. There are some countries that are actually doing biometrics even for payments, like in the
Your
UK.
fingers, yeah.
I love it. I would do it.
Said he would do it too. Die along with
Because it's not a space to spend a lot of time
Ishmael,
on,
man.
but what I would tell you is, I'd be
Salakia. But I'm gonna wrap it up with that again. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and citation to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say Shalom and Abad Babal.